What's new? I tried Apple and Samsung's face computers to get a glimpse of the future. Big Tech's latest wave of mixed reality headsets are ready for you. Are they finally worth the cost? Yesterday at 12:10 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. 7 minutes. Summary. 9. Samsung's new Galaxy XR headset costs half as much as the Vision Pro. Chris Velasco/The Washington Post. In this article, what it's like to wear them, what you can do with them, how to use them, what's next. In this article, review by Chris Velasco. Apple, Samsung, and Google are duking it out for a place on your face. In the past week, these companies rolled out new mixed reality headsets, devices that immerse you in movies and media, and turn your view of the world into a canvas for the apps you rely on. Get concise answers to your questions. Try Ask the Post AI. Apple's Vision Pro, updated with a new processor and not much else, still costs a hefty $3,499. Samsung's new Galaxy XR headset, revealed Tuesday and running new software from Google, sells for a fraction of that, just $1,799. Thus far, relatively few people have shelled out money for premium spatial computers. That's partly due to bulky designs but also because they aren't clear replacements for the phones and computers we already use. Meanwhile, rivals such as Meta are pushing smaller smart glasses as alternatives, and gaining traction. Even so, Big Tech is still trying to prove that mixed reality headsets could be the next essential gadget in our lives. To get a feel for how they might change the way you do things, I've spent some time strapped into both of these new headsets. Here's what they offer and how they stack up. What it's like to wear them. Return to menu. When it comes to wearing a computer on your face, every ounce matters, and there's one clear winner here. Apple's updated Vision Pro still feels like you're staring through a ship's porthole, all remains the same as the original. That means you'll start to feel the weight of the future, about 1.6 pounds, wearing down your neck after a few hours. Samsung's $1,799 Galaxy XR headset leans hard on AI tools. Julian Chakatu. Born from a partnership between Samsung and Google, the Galaxy XR might look like a Vision Pro clone, but it's noticeably lighter and more comfortable out of the box. And even though the cameras through which you see, both headsets also let you view eye-catching, 3D-ish versions of photos you've taken. Apple's results tended to be more gripping, especially when you start flicking through old family photos, but Samsung gets points for automatically adding depth to videos. And both let you create digital avatars of yourself to fill in on video calls, though for now Samsung's headset can generate only cartoony personas, not photorealistic ones. The updated Vision Pro runs faster and more smoothly than the original. Chris Velasco/The Washington Post. The Vision Pro, however, is a better team player when it comes to connecting with gadgets you might already own. To me, its virtual desktop feature, which lets you use the headset as a huge wearable monitor for a nearby Mac computer, is still the single most helpful thing this headset can do. Meanwhile, the Galaxy XR lacks built-in tools to do the same, though some third-party apps might be able to help. Popular articles. Next. Trump defends East Wing demolition, raises ballroom price to $300 million. Trump defends East Wing demolition, raises ballroom price to $300 million. October 22, 2025. Can anyone stop Trump's teardown of the East Wing? Can anyone stop Trump's teardown of the East Wing? October 22, 2025. U.S. kills 2 aboard alleged drug boat in Pacific, widening Trump's campaign. U.S. kills 2 aboard alleged drug boat in Pacific, widening Trump's campaign. October 22, 2025. Buried in France in 1840, a U.S. president's daughter comes back home. Buried in France in 1840, a U.S. president's daughter comes back home. October 22, 2025. White House expands East Wing demolition as critics decry Trump overreach. White House expands East Wing demolition as critics decry Trump overreach. October 21, 2025. Trump's desire for loyalist prosecutors threatens the case against Comey. Trump's desire for loyalist prosecutors threatens the case against Comey. October 22, 2025. U.S. imposes sanctions on Russian oil companies after strikes on Ukraine kill 7. U.S. imposes sanctions on Russian oil companies after strikes on Ukraine key. October 22, 2025. Pentagon announces a new right-wing press corps after mass walkout. Pentagon announces a new right-wing press corps after mass walkout. October 22, 2025. How to use them. Return to menu. When you're wearing a Vision Pro, you generally have two ways to interact with it. You can ask Siri to do things like launch apps, send messages to people and tweak device settings, or you can do things manually. The headset's built-in eye-tracking cameras turn your gaze into your cursor. Once you've locked your focus, you can pinch your fingers to select menu items, and drag app windows to and fro. A few years of software updates, not to mention the new Vision Pro's M5 processor, mean a lot of these actions happen a bit faster than before, but otherwise it's business as usual. You can operate a Galaxy XR the same way, too, but you have more options. Julian Chakatu. Instead of your eyes and fingers, you could use a pair of Samsung-made controllers, or even just your hands. You'll see a sort of bright white laser beam bursting from your hand to act as your cursor, while you pinch your fingers to make selections. Or you could ask Google's Gemini AI instead, and let it chew on rambling requests and respond accordingly. In one demo, I had a sprawling view of New York City open in Google Maps, and Gemini gamely whizzed me over the bridge into Brooklyn when I asked to see the menu of a favorite Filipino restaurant in Flatbush. You can also share whatever you're looking at with Gemini. While thumbing through a French fashion magazine with the headset on, Gemini translated the text aloud for me. And when a pair of sunglasses caught my eye, I invoked Gemini to search for them, plus some mercifully cheaper lookalikes, with Google. All of this is a far cry from what Siri can do on the Vision Pro, and it makes the Galaxy XR feel refreshingly responsive in a way Apple can't match, for now. That might change when Siri gets a long-awaited AI overhaul next year. Surrounding yourself with app windows can be helpful, but some may find it overwhelming. Video, Chris Velasco/The Washington Post. What's next? Return to menu. After using both of these headsets for a while, I couldn't help but wonder if these are the right devices for this moment. Consider the Vision Pro. The modest improvements here live up to Apple's claims, and spatial computers still don't get any more sophisticated than this. But this year's update feels incremental, and there's little here to lure in people who weren't already excited about this concept to start with. Meanwhile, the cheaper Galaxy XR feels more accessible, the price tag makes it more attainable, and using Google's Gemini to handle more complex requests is a game changer. Still, I walked away feeling like it was as much a testing ground as a product. It's a fine way to watch sports or immersive movies for the 2 to 3 hours the battery will last. But for Samsung and Google, it's also a means to iron out kinks in the Android XR software that will power a generation of future devices, including a wave of Meta-style smart glasses currently in the works.